Welcome to another edition of The Naked Truth. My name is Ramon Rome.
My name is John Singletary.
And we'd like to thank you for watching this video, and also we'd like to thank you and ask you to subscribe if you haven't already. Subscribe to this channel as we bring you topics that are dealing with social and civil rights issues. The title of this video is called Liberty Hill, Mayor Summey's Stepchild.
Stepchild.
Yeah, and this video is in particularly for our viewers that are affiliated with the Concerned Citizens of North Charleston. In the city of North Charleston, we have a large population of black people and who are not getting their fair share in this government, pretty much like the city of Ferguson. And in this, that
not getting their fair share of anything.
Of anything, right?
Jobs, contracts, resources,
right? Yeah, and poor schools and so forth. So so one of the areas that we're looking at is the amount of resources that are particularly issued out among your black neighborhoods and your white neighborhoods. And John's going to elaborate on this particular issue on Liberty Hill. Liberty Hill is a predominantly black neighborhood, and there's a beautification that's going on along the main road, which is Montague Avenue. Well, along this Montague Avenue, it is a section there that's called Liberty Hill. The beautification stops at the beginning of Liberty Hill. I said stops, not start, and starts again at the end of Liberty Hill on Montague Avenue. That's not a coincidence.
Not at all. Unfortunately, Liberty Hill, which was a once vibrant African American neighborhood, I learned to swim on Liberty Hill at Felix Pinckney Center.
I've been there.
Barnes Wilson High School, one of the few schools that were named after black, is on Liberty Hill. The city's administration confiscated Barnes Wilson, made it one of the top schools in the nation to go to, and decreased the enrollment of blacks in the school down to nothing. The other thing that we're looking at Liberty Hill is that it's been infiltrated. You know, we talked about hostile takeovers in black communities and how the mechanics of that work. What's happened in Liberty Hill is that they've come in and purchased pockets of land. For instance, John C. Calhoun homes. John C. Calhoun, they did away with. They came back with Oak Terrace and Century Oaks. Now the city pays Sidrus, which has predominantly old Noisette employees, to the tune of $15,000 every single month to manage Oak Terrace and Century Oaks. What they're in effect doing is managing the fact that they are infiltrating those areas with 95% whites in order to increase the constituency base. Again, don't take my word for it. Look at the transparency report. Look at how much is being paid to Sidrus every month and find out what the payment is for. When we take a look at the new development they did on the Mixon and Durant, well, it is 99% white. However, it's in a black neighborhood. We take a look at, they have taken $13 million. Take a look at the 2008 update for the 15-year long-term plan for the city. And it'll show you that they took $13+ million in order to start at Dorchester Road, Dorchester and Montague. And they're going to come across and stop at I-26. Now this is for what they call streetscape. Beautification of the street, improve aesthetics, whatever you want to call it. They're going to spend $13 million in between Montague and Dorchester and Montague and I-26. Well, on the other side of the bridge, across the viaduct or across I-26 is where Liberty Hill starts. So we're not going to put any money starting there. The TIF funds that they're being used, that allows for infrastructure improvement and reimbursement to contractors and everything else, jumps over Liberty Hill and starts at Park Circle and goes all the way on over to the end of East Montague. And so what they in effect have done is brought up to Liberty Hill, jumped over Liberty Hill in order to start spending money again. And the TIF funds that they're using, they're about to roll them into the new plan because it in effect has been unsuccessful in that they're spending about $200,000 a year more than they anticipated taking in on the TIF, and as a result they're losing money on it. So now what they're doing with that is they're going to take it, roll it into something else, but they're going to beautify Park Circle, they're going to beautify Century Oaks, Oak Terrace, but Liberty Hill is being left with a void. Now on the plan they have Hassel Street, which is on Liberty Hill, mentioned one time, at the very end of the plan. But the overall plan is this, that we drive the price down in Liberty Hill, and then we have non-African Americans come in and purchase those properties. And once they purchase the property, then we'll put city funds into redoing the infrastructure. Then we'll put city funds in, whether it's TIF funds or beautification funds, in order to improve the neighborhood. But at that time, the blacks would have been run out. Why? Because that is close to I-26. That is right there at the Tanger outlets. And as a result, that is prime property. So if you're on Liberty Hill, don't sell your property. Force the city to do something for you. Take a look at that 2008 update and you will see the Navy base looks like something from downtown Atlanta. It's nothing like it in...
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's nothing like it in, never been to North Charleston. Sproul Avenue, Cosgrove, they're about to spend $350 million in from I-26 coming down to Cosgrove, going over to where the downtown area will be. It's unfair for him to treat Liberty Hill like a stepchild. And when I say like a stepchild, he's not putting any money into Liberty Hill. There's Cinderella and there's not going to be no ball.
But look here, John. Now you know good old boss hog Mayor Summey, he's going to come to the black church. And he's going to sing a song and kiss a few babies and take some pictures and also have breakfast with the pastors.
And get some votes.
And get some votes. But maybe he's using a black developer for all of this.
None that I know of. None that I know of. You remember now, we're less than 10% on the...
Oh, that's their goal.
On the contract.
Yeah, but wait a minute. That's their goal. I heard it. That's their goal is 10%.
We're 50% of the population.
Hey, that doesn't matter. They have a goal for 10%.
Well, that's why the concerned citizens in North Charleston, that's why we do this, to educate people. We need to ask your council person, why is it you have allowed them to take a leap over Liberty Hill and spend money on both sides, but not on Liberty Hill?
If you are living in Liberty Hill, do you need to ask your councilman that?
Of course. The blue lights through Liberty Hill that they put up that show that there's a camera there. Well, the Liberty Hill residents need to know that the light is working, but North Charleston has stopped paying for the service to do the recording in your neighborhood.
Right.
So they're, in effect, they are fooling you to believe that
the camera, right?
There's a camera.
Wait a minute,
There's
isn't there
no
somebody
camera.
that you know was killed there?
My cousin got killed standing under the camera, and that's when I found out that, hey, listen, I'm sorry, but we don't pay for the service.
Yeah.
So it gives a false sense of protection in the community. They're not paying the money, they're not putting the resources back into the community. Forget the $4.8 million soccer field they're about to build up off of Appian Way, or the 1.5 they put into Westcott every year. And so we need to take a look at that $18 million that they spend in special projects and what's included in that. We need to take a look at the 15-year plan. We need to take a look at the transparency report. Go to the website. Go to the website. You can get this information yourself. We'll bring it to you. We'll bring it to you weekly, because we want you, whether you have the time to investigate it or not, we want you to have the information. Because in the November 3rd election coming up,
that's the Super Bowl.
That's the Super Bowl for concerned citizens in North Charleston. And we need to understand very clearly what is at stake. And at the end of the day, the concerned citizens in North Charleston, we don't want to be left with rooting for one side or the other. Everybody gets paid and go home, and still our communities are left without jobs, contracts, and resources. So that's why we bring you these updates.
And also for concerned citizens of North Charleston, if you would like to, if you have a comment, if you'd like to attend one of our meetings, please hit us up on Facebook or even hit us in the comment section of this video.
Well, this has been another edition of The Naked Truth. We thank you for joining in. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure that you get on and share it with others. And if you are interested in doing something about the 50% African American only receiving less than 15% jobs, contracts, and resources, then contact us.
Contact us, please. Also, please open this. You don't talk amongst yourselves, citizens of North Charleston. Talk among yourselves and do your own research. John and I, we did our research and we said that hey, just something has to be done. And so that's what we're doing here. We want to educate you so that you can be empowered with facts. This has been another edition of The Naked